Some of you think you're protecting your peace, but you're actually protecting your pain. A boundary says, I can love you and still be wise. A wall says, I won't let you close enough to hurt me again. What you will learn from today's discussion is which one you're using and how to correct it if necessary. Boundary. A clear limit that protects your values, time, emotional health, and obedience to God. Wall. A barrier built from fear, distrust, bitterness, or unresolved pain that blocks intimacy and accountability. Boundary equals wisdom plus stewardship. The use of healthy boundaries in any relationship is necessary to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Wisdom teaches you how to navigate the complexities of relationships, and the boundary is the hard line you've drawn in the sand. Boundaries protect you from impure motives. If someone really has good intentions for you, they will not have an issue respecting your wishes. They won't be overly concerned with immediate gratification if their focus is on a future with you. Boundaries are how you establish ground rules and set the stage for behaviors that you will and will not allow. Establishing boundaries and enforcing them is how you teach people how to treat you. If you don't want a man or woman calling you past 10 p.m., say that. If you don't agree with spending alone time with someone in their home, make it plain. If you don't want someone popping up at your home unannounced, don't answer the door. Ladies, if you require chivalry, then don't you dare touch that door before he gets to it. If you don't uphold the very rules you've established, imagine how the person on the other side of the equation will begin to question who you claim to be. How can they trust you are who you say you are when you allow for exceptions? If someone has a skewed perception of who you are, it's your own fault. Wall equals fear plus self-preservation. Walls are built brick by brick over time in response to pain and unmet expectations. Oftentimes, the wall's construction began in childhood, and over the years, with fresh emotional wounds, the wall becomes near impossible to climb. Walls keep out heartache, but they also prevent you from receiving love. No matter how interested someone is in getting to know you, rock climbing wasn't an expected part of the process. Nobody wants to walk into a romantic relationship with the task of demolishing walls that they did not have a hand in constructing. Fear is a tool the enemy uses to keep people bound in continuous cycles. This loop repeats indefinitely until you finally decide to face the things that have hurt you and ask God to heal your heart and tear down strongholds that have taken root in your mind. Until you endure the healing process, you will self-sabotage every relationship you enter. Signs you have erected walls. You disappear instead of communicating. You punish people with silence. You assume the worst without asking questions. You label everyone unsafe, so you never have to be vulnerable. You forgive, but keep distance to stay in control. You confuse "I'm protecting my peace" with "I'm avoiding discomfort." Signs you have healthy boundaries. You can say no without guilt or hostility. You communicate expectations before resentment builds. You allow access gradually based on fruit, not charm. You can be kind and firm at the same time. You're consistent, not emotional or threatening. Biblical framework. Wisdom requires discernment, not paranoia. Regardless to what happened to you in the past, you cannot punish the new kid on the block for behaviors you previously allowed to go unchecked. In a healthy state, when you experience something that doesn't sit right with you, you can address it calmly and rationally by asking questions instead of making assumptions. From a damaged perspective, every perceived slight equates to an automatic guilty verdict without the benefit of a trial. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 23 says, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life." You cannot allow anyone to have access to the inner workings of your heart without them first having proved over time that they are deserving to occupy that space. You see, sometimes we love too freely and allow unrestricted access before testing loyalty and observing character. We oftentimes break our own hearts by not protecting it from the chaos this world has to offer. We love too soon, and we take too long to disconnect once the relationship has proven to be unhealthy. There were signs in the beginning, and what do we have a tendency to do? We ignore them until the pain has become so great that peace no longer remains. Here's a moment of truth from my heart to your ears. Every heartbreak that I've encountered could have been avoided. And that's the harsh reality that most people don't want to admit. How are you feeling so far? Have I shared something that you can identify with? Next, we'll explore how walls form and how to begin breaking them down. How walls form. Number 1, you were betrayed. Number 2, you were rejected. Number 3, you grew up with instability. Number 4, vulnerability was used against you. Number 5, you experienced church hurt or manipulation. Number 6, you opened your heart and someone made you regret it. Your nervous system learns, "Never again," and the wall becomes, "I don't need anyone." But that's not healing, that's survival. Partner with God to help you get out of survival mode. He didn't intend for you to live that way. So how do you partner with God to begin the healing process? First, be honest with yourself that you don't have the answers. And if you could pull yourself out of the matrix, you would have done it already. Next, have an honest conversation with God and talk to Him about what happened in your childhood. Talk to Him about the relationships that drained you. Confess to Him that you haven't been doing things His way. Then ask Him to begin healing your heart and dismantling those walls. Back it up with scripture. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. Strongholds are a deeply ingrained pattern of thinking, and the enemy loves to set up shop in your mind because he knows where the mind goes, the man follows. Forgiving those who have mistreated you will activate God's hand in your situation. Your freedom is on the other side of your obedience. If this video hit you, I want you to be honest. Are you setting boundaries or have you built walls? Boundaries protect love. Walls prevent love. Comment boundaries if you're ready to do it the healthy way. And if you believe this channel can assist with your healing journey, subscribe. Because we talk about faith, love, and relationships with truth and clarity. This is Ask Tasha, where faith meets real life. I'll see you next time.